be at 20. And it looks like Jordan doesn't have much of a board, and Thompson's doing just fine. He's got Sylvan Library and 2 copies of Nil Mongoose out there. Not sure if he has much of a graveyard, but it looks like he will be attacking here for some amount of damage. We'll find out exactly how much it is in just a second.
That looks like a ducat, a deuce.
2-ball?
2-ball.
Both players with a decent amount of cards in their hand. Jordan gonna play a Tundra. And it looks like just passed the turn back yet again.
This is an odd looking game.
Yes, it is. Both players with a lot of lands in play. One of them has resolved a Sylvan Library. So that means that Kale can actually, work his way through his draw step. You can see he looks like an Ancient Grudge and a couple other cards. Looks like he added a Pyroblast in his hand, multiples of those. There's also a True Name over there. He's got one of those in his main and one of them in his sideboard this weekend. And Dan is looking at a pretty weak hand. Looks like he's looking at a couple of lands. You see some red cards over there. Looks like he has a Red Blast and a Pyroblast of his own.
Based on the board state here, I'm curious that Kale did not just decide to draw more cards that turn. He could have at least picked up one of them. Because he would like some fresh looks with the Sylvan Library.
Sure. Jordan, gonna tap 3 mana. Maybe it's time to go for a True Name. Maybe it's time to have a little bit of a war. Yeah, there's that. That'll change some things if it does get into play. There's Pyroblast. That takes care of that. All Jordan can do is pass the turn back yet again.
Dan not even pretending like he can fight it. Just put it directly in the graveyard.
You've got it. Thompson, librarying again here. He's actually going to pay 4 life this time. Draw a card. Down to 16 he goes. Card he left on top again was that Ancient Grudge that he's been looking at for some time. So here's an attack for 2. Looks like Jordan's going to go down to 9.
And really no reason for Kale to tap any mana here.
Yeah, I mean, no reason to do anything, right? I apologize. He only did draw 1 card off the library that turn. Looked like he was going to draw 1. But
yeah.
Now Dan's going to finally try to make a move and resolve Batterskull here. This is kind of his haymaker and hoping for the best.
Yeah.
And there that is. The Germ Token's coming in. And the reason Kale's able to let this resolve is because the top card of his deck is his Ancient Grudge. This is a Brainstorm. See if Dan wants to fight over this. I believe Dan does have some number of blasts in his hand, so.
Yeah, Brainstorm's not really that impressive with a player who's been using Sylvan Library and can't shuffle their deck.
Yeah.
But Dan is choking a little bit on these red blasts, as you mentioned, so I thought there might be an argument just for casting it. Just got to cast on something.
Yeah. Is it going to get any better than this?
But Dan's going to hold off here.
There's True Nemesis in Kale's deck, so.
Yeah, there's other targets. It's just tough when you're rotting here and it looks like nothing's going to get presented.
Thompson with a Grudge.
And now can Dan afford to crack 3 fetch lands to go searching?
Yeah. Sitting at 9, could go down to 6. Batterskull looked like it was basically his only hope.
Yeah. Keep in mind, Dan's mana base here, 4 Tundra, 3 Volcanic Island. Most Rug Delver lists only 6 dual lands and 8 fetches, so Dan could fight over this if he wanted to.
Yep. Thompson going to put a Lightning Bolt upstairs now, too. He's looking to fill up that graveyard.
Yeah.
Jordan does get the opportunity to Spell Pierce this. At least we believe he will have the opportunity to do that. He's going to take 1 now, go down to 8, go get a Volcanic very quickly. Well, it looks like from the look of things, the draw just did not line up here for Jordan at all. And there's a Pierce. Thompson says that's perfectly fine. He will take a look at the top couple cards here with the library. See a Wasteland, a Fork Bolt among them. He's only going to draw 1 card here. I do think this is a situation where you can use the library just a little bit more aggressively.
Yeah.
When you're sitting at 20, and this will give him the 7th card in his graveyard, this is going to put Jordan down to 6, which is convenient for those 2 Nimble Mongeese. But when you are sitting at 20, you can afford to, work your way through. As Kale Thompson's going to win this match over Dan Jordan. 2-1. Rug Delver takes down Blue-White Red Delver, and Kale will have to square off against Jared Betcher.
Yep. Dan Jordan upended